Welcome back to YOUniverse Unleashed.
Like I was able to save over $100,000 in a year just because I just analyze what brings money, what generates revenue. And that's very important to understand. Why do you need marketing? Because without marketing, there is no leads. Without leads, there is no sales. Without sales, there is no business.
I know we are millennials are so scared to traumatize our kids because we were traumatized, but there's no way you can not traumatize them. So just love them.
Yeah.
If you love them, they'll be happy.
There is no bad businesses. It's just the business owner, they don't have structure or they don't have system. That's the problem. And they need to have clarity. And once they have clarity, the growth comes. Marketing is just, it amplifies what you already have.
It's very therapeutical. We started with marketing, with AI and everything. And we ended in a very therapeutical way. Hi guys, my name is Katrina.
And my name is Daria. Today we have a guest. Her name is Elvira Sakara. Elvira is Global Marketing Manager with over 16 years of international experience. Welcome, Elvira, again.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Elvira, so before we actually recorded our podcast, started recording it today, you've mentioned that you actually a strategist in AI-driven growth for businesses. And for me, I have never heard of this before. So could you please tell us a little bit more? What is it about?
Yeah, so as I told you before, as I mentioned before, I have a marketing agency that I just recently started, and the focus is business growth. I'm working as a consultant and working with businesses. I help them to build systems and frameworks using AI. So AI is not just ChatGPT. It's a lot of tools that you can use and leverage, and that's what I'm working on because I'm actually building an ecosystem to help business owners to leverage AI in order to grow businesses. And as I mentioned, it's not just ChatGPT, you can use AI for video creation, for SMM, to build AI agents that are going to do your daily routine, that's somebody who's going to reply to your emails, etc., etc., etc. And the other thing that I'm working on is launching CRM system and AI voices. I'm pretty sure that everyone heard about AI voices. So right now you don't need receptionists. You don't need to hire anybody. You just set up your AI voice assistant, and then you can just set up and test AI to answer and to book appointments that's going to connect to a CRM. And you don't need people for that. You just need to set it up and your business is ready to go. And I mean, it doesn't mean that you need to hire people. Of course, people should be involved. But that's a way to cost effectively leverage your income, your revenue. So, and that's what my goal is. And that's why I started my agency.
So when you introduce AI to your clients and you say that this is AI driven and this is the system that's going to be fully independent, let's say, do you feel that the clients are very intimidated when you say that it's AI and it's, let's say you don't need the receptionist anymore and it's going to be taken care of? Do you think it's empowering or it's actually intimidating at the moment?
It's both. Because I have some clients who already know even more than me. They just need to help structure everything they know. So that's why I work with them. But some of the people, they are still afraid. They don't believe in it. However, I'm predicting that within a few years, it's going to take over because AI is, I think everybody's using it. We should not be fear of AI because AI, if used properly, it's actually empowering because it can help you to remove all of the daily routine stuff and you can do more higher value things, right? So for me, I think it's just a matter of learning it and leveraging it and making your life easier, right?
Yeah. It sounds like you're actually optimizing the processes for businesses.
Yeah.
Because even receptionists, they could have a bad mood or a good mood, but AI always happy.
Yeah.
And they always know the answer to the question they're asked. In what kind of departments do you implement it? So I can hear you saying marketing, probably customer service, and probably sales as well.
But
right?
If you think about it, just think any business can do that. You have a clinic, you have AI voice system.
Yeah.
You have, barber shop, you have a voice system. You have a beauty salon, you have a AI voice system. You have a hearing clinic, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Any business could actually use it because, if, as I said, if you want to optimize your process, that's the way to go.
Yeah, but so like within the business, there are different departments,
Yeah.
right? So like one would be doing the marketing, right?
Yeah.
So if we take an example of the let's say HVAC company, right?
Yeah.
Or like just like any construction company,
Yeah,
right?
construction, yeah.
So you would do marketing. So that would be SMM, like a video
Yes,
creation,
yes,
right? Post
that's-
creation, port writing. Then we would have like also marketing could be like, you know, like sending mass emails or something,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
That could be optimized.
Yep.
Like for like customer service, right? That would be like the AI voice system, or
Yeah.
you know, like like on the websites they have
Yeah.
like this chatbot or
Yeah,
something.
So it's
that
more
one.
of a, like if you're talking about the chatbot, you're absolutely right. And it also depends on the size of the business. Different
Right.
business have different sizes. Sometimes it's just like one department, right?
Yeah.
Or like there is a few people. And that's where they should leverage it the most, in my personal opinion, because like when you have bigger budget, you have people. I mean, of course, it's better to have people who can help you because they can actually optimize AI. So you kind of do like
Yeah.
growing into both directions, right? People component and AI component. So if we're talking about sales is a little bit different because like for sales, it's going to be more of a funnel approach. You know about funnels. This is what you mentioned, chatbots. Actually, with one of the clients, we're currently testing it because like they hired me as a marketing person to help them with the business. And we hired a company that provides the actual software to use the funnels. But I had to learn it myself to build these funnels, which was a really interesting process. It's very time consuming because this is the first time and I had to learn how to do that. But we tested it and like just to see how it's working. But what can I say is it's going to be a very popular thing very soon. Like all the bloggers, influencers, they're already using it. Like
Yes.
all of the, like, especially if we're talking about Canadian market, they are using it a lot. There is different systems, like there is like bigger, smaller, different, like they do different framework. But at the end of the day, like that's the way to go. And like if you want to optimize your time, because like can you imagine like you have like 20 clients inquiries, right?
Yeah.
Like it's impossible to answer all of them. I mean, even if you're not busy and like
Tell me about it.
Exactly, right? So but then when you have like a funnel approach, when you have like a chatbot that can help you, like that saves so much time. Not only it can also follow up with you, right? Like if you say in 7 days, 15 days, wherever you want, and they're gonna remind you about your business, about whatever like offers you have, like promotions, right? So that's the way to go. And like that's going to be something that I will be offering within my agency as well. That's why we are testing with the customer that I mentioned. But I'm very excited about it because it's a really cool stuff, you know, like for me, like I like learning. And everything, I never stop learning, never. And to learn something new, like it's very exciting. I have so much joy and passion when I do that because there is nothing more better when you see the results of your work.
So, for example, I'm a small business owner,
Yeah.
right? I'm starting my business. Well, we have a business together. What kind of like AI tools do you use? Or do you implement for small businesses?
So first of all, I will have a 1-hour consultation with them where I actually going to ask a lot of questions. What guys do you do? How do you get your clients? What systems you have in place? What already have you done? What if you're running marketing campaigns, what's your budget? Like if you're running marketing campaigns, what's your message? Like, and I'm gonna ask lots of questions. And after I get the answers, then I can actually offer you something. How can I help you? How I see your growth? And then once I like tell you what I see based on the answer that you gave me, then I come up with a plan, the proposal, like how we can work together and what AI tools I can offer you, and then based on your yes or no, then we kind of go from there. It's hard for me to to answer that because I have to actually deep dive in your business. Like I cannot just say, oh, you can use this or you can use this, because I have to know exactly what you're doing and like the whole process. This is what I'm like specializing on, because like there is no bad businesses. It's just the business owner, they don't have structure or they don't have system. That's the problem. Not the marketing. It's just this, like the structure, and like they need to have clarity. And like once they have clarity, like the growth comes. Like marketing is just, it amplifies what you already have.
I'm just saying, like, for example, like for video creation, right?
Yeah.
That would be like a tool, like, or using several AIs?
Sora, right? Like,
Yes.
Sora.
No.
Yeah. I know.
I'm sorry.
I know story, yeah.
Okay.
Like there is so many tools. I can send you a list of the
Okay.
tools that you can use. Like I just was invited to be a speaker in one of the event. I sent them like 20 tools of AI that can use. Actually, I do it for free. Like I just
It
send
sounds
for free.
overwhelming.
That's the problem. You can Google like tools, like AI, websites, but it wouldn't help because I wouldn't know which one would suit me best,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
our purpose, like our business, and like also there are like different price points, like
Yeah.
from what I see. Some of them are free, but some of them are like you can create one free video and then you have to pay like $100 or
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
Some of them are like more generous with
Yeah.
like creation. So I think again, knowledge and experience, it means a lot because if you can specify exactly like what tools to use, how to use them, or maybe there are some things that we assume it's working for us just because again, we don't have any marketing experience, but we assume that it's working.
Yeah.
But you would tell us something like, oh, you know what, guys, actually you need to come from a different side or something like this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this whole structure and strategy is about. And probably it is very helpful to answer the questions because even for us, it's going to be very helpful because I think we never stop and think about the purpose, the long-term purpose or something like that. We usually just, let's create this. Oh, I love this. We're just drive on passion or something like this. But I think business and passion is it has to work together and not just be separate two ways.
Yeah, but also it's interesting why you're asking. The reason you ask, you don't you're not happy with what you have, or you think there is something better. So it all this is a good question. Because you have to understand if something is not wrong, or you think if you're going to use different tool, it's going to bring you more clients, what's the purpose behind it? Why do you need this tool? That's something that I'm trying to figure out during my conversation with business owners, because sometimes maybe they don't need anything else. That's not the problem at all. That's
They need
not
to
the tool.
optimize what they have.
Exactly. So, and that's the biggest mistake, actually. People business owners think that something wrong with their tools or something else. But the problem is they don't analyze what they do. Even when I came to Canada, my first employer, I was able to save over $100,000 in a year just because I just analyze what brings money, what generates revenue. And that's very important to understand. As I said, that's not about marketing is amplifying what you already have. So it's important to understand where you're getting money and how you can optimize it. Sometimes it's not about the tools. Sometimes it's not about, and people think about marketing as an expense. And this is the biggest misconception. They should think about marketing as an investment. It should be they usually think about marketing when the sales drops. But they should think about it constantly. It has to be constant investment, not investment, right? Like payroll or operations. Because once you have marketing, why do you need marketing? Because without marketing, there is no leads. Without leads, there is no sales. Without sales, there is no business.
Right.
It's easy, right? And even as an example, the company that I used to work for, when COVID hit, all departments were let go. They just left. They just kept a few people. And the first department to return was marketing, because marketing generates leads, right? And then this is how you get people into the door. So marketing is very important. And that's my goal, is to shift the mindset that marketing is not an expense, it's investment.
So you mentioned that you were employed at some point and you worked for someone else. So why you decided to open your own agency and start your own business? How did you come to this? What inspired you?
Yeah, so I used to work at the hearing healthcare industry. I started as a marketing manager. And within 3 years, I was headhunted by the global manufacturer to run a department, a marketing department with 8 direct reports with multi-million-dollar budget. And then after that, I was directly working with over 100 businesses in Canada. and promoted to a global marketing manager overseeing social media for our HQ and working with over 100 countries. So naturally for me, I had a great opportunity and see this unique perspective working with business owners. And for me, it was just a logical step. And to be honest, like I think the biggest push for me was I had an amazing, exceptional leaders who always acknowledged and supported all my work. All the time. Like I had never ever like done something and it was unnoticed. Never ever. Like they always will write me or emails or like will buy presents or like they will just like spotlight me on the like when you have like 4,000 people on the call, you know? And I think this is just so like it was very validating for me that maybe I am doing something right and maybe I should like keep going with what I had in my mind, in my head. And like even when I quit, it was January 9th, I published this post on LinkedIn that like finally I'm leaving, because for me it was like a 10-year career was like in hearing industry, as I mentioned. And I had so many messages, like all the directors, senior directors, business owners, all of them actually, you know, they had a time to like stop and like, you know, whatever, just stop whatever they were doing and actually write me a message, a personal message, a comment, or like some good words. And for me, it was like, I was crying because this just means that I'm probably on the right path. And I'm just so grateful to each and every one of them for supporting me through this journey.
Yeah, it's very sweet. And it's very, you're right, it's very inspiring and validating when you see the appreciation, when you see that your input is like it means something.
Yeah.
It's not just you're working, you get paid, and then that's it. But the appreciation, it means a lot, and it is truly inspiring.
And you know, for me, like it's not about money. Like we all want money, and like yeah, of course. But I think like I realized that you just need to surround yourself with the great people around you, and this is what you need. The networking is number one. Everybody like who immigrate to Canada or whatever other country, I would say networking is number one. Number one, because it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's the people who can help you, like, you know, solve any problems. You buy a house, you're looking for a job, you need insurance, whatever you do. It's just if you have the right people around you, you can succeed really fast.
So you like immigrated around 10 years ago,
Yeah,
right? How did you start building that network in the beginning?
So I think that's the problem. I didn't. Like that's why I'm saying that networking is number one. I didn't build my network. Like I was around like 20 something years, and like I was just young, and like, you know, like I had butterflies and like I just had career goal. I wanted to work in an international company. That's my biggest goal, no matter what. Like I don't care. Like I'm gonna build my career, and I was just going through this path. And only now, like just like a few years ago, I realized that you need to build a network, because honestly, I like the first job that I was looking for, like when I was hired, I never ever actually looked for a job after that, because it was all people who knows you, like it's from my network, because I worked with somebody there. Oh, like even like my last job, it was the person that I worked with like 5 years ago, and she messaged me on LinkedIn like, "Oh, Elvira, we have a job, and like, do you want to apply? I think it would be perfect." Like 5 years ago, I haven't heard from her 5 years ago, and she's like when she called me, she's like, "You're so polished, you're so professional. I want you to apply. I think it's going to be a good fit for you." So again, it's about networking, right? People just remember you, people work with you, and like you don't even need to worry about that anymore. So that's why it's very important. Like that's my advice to everybody. Go build your network, like go to business club, go socialize, go to different events. Don't sit at home, just go. Like meet new people, like because you never know. Like there is so much stuff you can do when you meet new people, like they inspire you, like if you're not jealous, of course. But I believe that like especially women, like they support each other, they empower each other.
You've mentioned to us prior to podcast that you're married and you've been together with your husband for over 20 years. You have 2 kids. You have a career, like you have your business now. Where do you find the social battery to go and network?
I love it.
Like I'm trying, but my social battery is very low.
It's not easy. I'll be honest. Honestly, when I see this like bloggers, influencers, oh, like it's so easy. I meditate. I wake up at 6 o'clock. This is bullshit. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that people can do that. I don't. Because like for me, like you have to constantly find balance. You have to balance between your career, between your family, and it's not easy. It's not. Like I found I find that I'm recharging while I'm around people and I'm actually dying when I'm not. Like even my last job, like when I'm around people, I talk to people, I'm so energetic, I can spread my joy, I can spread my energy. But if I'm just sitting in front of computer, like that's where I'm dying. So that's why like it was a hard decision for me, like to quit, like, cause it's a good career, right? Like I like work for the world leader. It's big, but then like if you choose between, something that you're passionate about and like thinking about money, it's always should be a passion. I truly believe like even if it's a hard at the beginning, like you're gonna definitely have something good at the end. I truly believe in that.
So how did you manage 2 kids? Because women, like I have 1 kid and she's almost 4. And like we have to go on maternity, right? Because there are certain periods of time that you're attached to your baby. And how did you manage this time being like a mom and like nurture a kid with the very demanding career? Because I know how corporate world, it's fast paced.
Yeah.
And if you're not there for a certain amount of time, you will be replaced. I mean, you're a great person, professional personality and everything. But again, the corporate world, it's like it's moving so fast. So, I mean, it's great that you have great leaders, but how did you manage actually? Because everything depends on you and how you balance it with your kids, with your families, and like the people around you. So can you please share a little bit more about this?
Like when you're asking me that, I don't think that I'm a good mom, to be honest.
I feel like not like I know 0 moms that think they're good moms.
But my son, I have 15-year-old and 9-year-old. And like every time I do, like I have to present, or like my son will come to me and he'll say, I've said, oh, I'm a little nervous, like I'm presenting tomorrow. And he's like, Mom, you've done it 100 times. You're going to do great. I know you are. Aww. And like, this is like when you don't even think about everything that like external, you think about how your baby can make you feel and why you do it. Like this is my biggest motivation is my kids, because I want for them the future, the best future, and something that I didn't have. So that's why I think that's what energizes me. And if you're asking about balance, I mean, I try to spend time with them. I love them. But I think it's more about like having the good time together. So that's why we like to travel. Like my kid's been in a lot of countries already. And like even if I think, oh, I have to save money or like I need for that, I never do that. Like we need to travel, we need to get out, you need to see the world, you need to build your sights on that. You need to not stuck in this country, like not because of it's a bad country. No, just to have like more interaction with different cultures, different people. And so I think that's very important. And sometimes it's just, I just work a lot and like it's, they know that like if you ask my kids, like my son, he would just come to me and say like, oh Mom, I want to play. Like you didn't play with me today. Like you're always working. This is what he said. Like, you're always working. But then they would say, why I do this, right? I want you to have whatever you want, like the food, like we have to pay this and that, and you want to have a new computer, new microphone, right? So, and he's a YouTuber, so
nice.
That's why, So, anyways, it's hard, it's not easy, but as long as my kids still love me, I think it's good. Even my teenager. I hope he wouldn't see that because he will kill me for that. But he's 15, but he still will come to me and hug me and say, Mom, I love you. And I think it's important. It's really important for me and for any mom. As long as you have that, I think we're still fine. We're fine. We're good.
I have this thing because a lot of my like friends, they have kids, and I would say 100% of women feel like they're bad moms. But I'm telling each one of them, all your kid needs is love.
Yeah.
If you give them love, if you love your kid, I know we are millennials are so scared to traumatize our kids because we were traumatized, but there's no way you can like not traumatize them. So just love them.
Yeah.
If you love them, they'll be happy.
I think it's a great statement, like, because I totally agree. Everything they need is just love. As long as we can love them, we show them the love, something that we probably haven't been shown. Like it's important, and they will succeed just because of that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince my kid they are lucky, they are successful, like they're the best, even though they still have like, even though you tell them all this time, but they still like, oh, like I'm not good enough. And you know, they still have that mindset.
Yeah.
So this is our job as a parent to make sure that they don't feel that way, and they're going to be more confident than us. Because like even for me, it took a lot of time to get the confidence, a lot of time.
Yeah, I feel like with our background, we always like question ourselves, like if we're good enough. So I really get it. So you've mentioned that you work all the time. You have 2 kids. You have a husband. How do you guys manage the housework within the family? Because I feel like your husband, I would think, no less, have a very ambitious career as well.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that it's more. Especially like our husbands, right? Like from Europe, right? It's more of a women job to do the house and everything else. Let's be honest. Like I know a very few people who very few men who would help with that. I mean, however, like when I was building my career, my husband, like he totally supported me. Like when I was building my career, he was the one who will take care of my kids, who's going to drop them off like into whatever, their volleyball, soccer, whatever. Who's gonna cook when I don't have time, or at least he's not gonna be demanding and say after I was working 10 hours, he'll just say, oh, I need something to eat, right?
3-course dinner.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So like, you know, I think that's something that is very important, and sometimes women, they don't estimate, like they don't value that, because it's their husbands who have their back while they are building their career and so on and so forth. My husband, he had to not suffer, probably it's not a good word, because he had a very successful career in Ukraine, and coming to Canada was like starting from scratch for him, because like he doesn't know English. Like he does now, but like not as, like he cannot work for corporate, right? So he had to start from construction, build his business there. And now he's building another business and not one. And so we kind of at the stage where we both very ambitious, but like only within the time you start supporting each other and you start trust each other, I think, and you start like not compete, but more to have a shared success, you know? It comes with the time, and being together for so long, I think our relationship actually getting better, because we actually, as a like grown adults, starting to understand what we both want and how we can achieve it by like sharing all of this routine, right? So it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes we fight, of course. I mean, and I think like it's important to fight, because if you don't fight, like you kind of don't care about any, like, you know, like he's just 100%. Like do whatever, right? If you think about this deeper, like there is something that he's saying is actually right. It is right. And like, this is like you are talking to yourself from their side. That's what I keep in mind all the time. And that's how I like evaluate, like maybe I need to do something wrong. Maybe this is the problem with me, not with him. So, and and we have to, and like with the feminism, is that feminism, right?
Yeah,
like, I think it's like too much. Like I do love women. I think they do a lot more than men. For God, please forgive me, all the men. But like men are very important, and it's hard to be without men, and it's hard to like build a family, build a business. Like you always need, like for me, I need my husband to be with me and to support me, and he is somebody that I will we always talk all the time, and I think it's very important in relationship to do that.
I think that when we speak about shared responsibilities, I think what feminism is trying to do is like we need to take turns doing laundry.
Yeah.
But I think like we don't, like you mentioned, we do not appreciate some of the things that they're already doing.
Yeah.
And let's say in our family, I don't fill up the car. I never I don't change tires. I don't take care of anything, something, like the garbage taken out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we still share the responsibilities. I know he never touched the laundry.
Yeah.
And it's kind of my responsibility. And I don't think this is something, that only women should do. No, but still, I'm okay to do this. And there are some responsibilities that he is taking care of as a man that I wouldn't want to touch. Let's say change the light bulb, or I'm just telling him, it's not working, and that's it. I don't need to. Maybe I need to mention it several times. Maybe not just once. Yeah, several, 5 to 6 times.
So this is all about compromise, right? It's all about compromise, and funny that you mentioned that, because one day I had to go somewhere, and there was 25 centimeters snow. And my car was completely clean. It was all clean. I came out, I had no idea that my husband cleaned it for me. And I post a story, our Ukrainians on, я не п'яна, я просто закохана. Слава Богу, у мене є ти. Thank God I have you, right? And he was just laughing, because I am so appreciated that I don't need to clean that car, but I had to go right away, right? And I do notice that, because it's important. I honestly, I don't want him to do laundry, and
me too. Oh my God,
I don't want him to cook. Seriously, there's so much you have to clean after that. No way, no, thank you. I'll just do everything you have to do like a man, right? For me, I don't need him to do that. You see, you're on my side.
I was waiting for this comment. I was just, no,
right?
No, thank you.
That's the thing, right? So I think it's just compromise.
Exactly, and that's how it works.
So what I liked about your dynamics, couple dynamics, that's actually because both of you are working and you are both career driven and very ambitious, there's actually a lot of respect within a couple, and I feel like this is what helps you guys to be together for so long. And in the long term, you're building your respect, and you were saying you understand the other person more, because I feel you respect them more.
Yeah.
You're appreciative of them more because you respect them more. So this is a very good point for us to consider while we are building our families as well.
And it's not easy. I would say there is so many times when I think all women think about divorce all the time. If something's not
once
I
a month
already
at least.
divorced him, right? I already divorced him 5 times. He doesn't even know what happened, right? That's definitely about us. But just I think what we need to having the relationship for so long, you just need to focus on all of the good stuff, because we just came back from Florida with my husband, and we were driving there, it's 20 hours drive. We did stop, but the point is we were just talking when we met, how we start dating, and there is so much great memories, that's just oh my God, really, this is how it happened. Oh my God, this warmness, you're not gonna have. So what I truly believe is if you're gonna start a relationship with somebody else, you will still need to spend so many years learning about this person, just not butt head, and there is just so much you're gonna have to go through all of that you have with your husband or boyfriend, whatever, right? And how you can change first, and then see how you can talk to your person. And I think the very important thing is talking. That's what we have it inside, or we don't want to talk about it. It's important to talk. Anything could be solved, but just a simple conversation. This is all you need.
Why it's so hard when it's so simple? I know, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's just because we weren't taught how to do that. And we were taught you have to be just be shy
obedient,
and obedient. That's not true. I think and the more you're with the person, the more open you become, and then the more you understand the other person and yourself with this person, right? And so I probably shouldn't say that, because there's different situation, but I think if 2 people working on relationships, any relationships could be saved. I believe in karma. And I believe if they treat each other well, if they have respect, trust, any couple could be saved.
Yeah, it's very therapeutical. We started with marketing, with AI and everything, and we ended in a very therapeutical way.
That's, as I said at the beginning, it's very important to have people, good people. I also have sister. She's my angel. Yeah, she always with me all the time, anytime I need her. And she's being like, I think she's the only person that woman person that I will go to, and I don't need anybody's approval. As long as she she understands me, she supports me, and I don't care about anybody else at all. So whoever have sisters, it's like blessing. And if you don't, then you just need to have a friend, because
Friend sister.
Yeah, friend sister.
So as you're mentioning about women supporting women, how can you help women-led businesses, or I would say any businesses in general, with your services? So what kind of what do you offer? How can you support all of us?
So currently I started doing workshops. So where it's free for business owners, not just women, for everybody. You can come and listen. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's one thing, just doing workshops and just share the knowledge that I have, because something that is very common, it seems very common, everybody knows that, not really. There's there is so much stuff that is just really simple for you. It's not as simple for somebody else. So that's why I started doing that. And my next step is marketing course. I'm planning to launch a marketing course. It's in progress right now. So it's going to be for small businesses where their revenue, their income is less than 300K. So something that everybody could use, something affordable, and that's what I'm working on. And hopefully you'll see it soon.
Nice. To whom, what kind of target audience is for that kind of businesses? If I've heard the revenue is under 300K, but maybe there are specific fields.
I want to make it very generic, so anybody could use it. Doesn't matter.
About a blogger.
Probably not
someone
for the
with
blogger.
a product, physical product.
Probably, product. It's more for the product oriented,
or
a
service.
Yeah, services like consultant and stuff or IT, whatever. But not for bloggers. I think we have so many bloggers, and but that's actually why I was waiting for so long, because when you see these people, I'm not talking about everybody, but there's so many people who just have this Instagram course for 1 month and they're already expert, and it's kind of diminish and devaluates what you already know. And that's why no, maybe I shouldn't do this, because I don't know what I'm gonna say, and this is just not, so it's not fair. But then I realized they have their niche. People like them. They're this is their life, right? I have my life, and I can share what I know. And with having even more expertise, I can reach more people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we will look into that.
Keep in touch. Elvira, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a wonderful therapeutic session with a little bit of expertise as well.
Thank you so much for your time. It was truly a pleasure to have you here today.
Likewise. Thank you so much, ladies. I love what you're doing. You're amazing ladies. I truly support you. And I love, when I saw your podcast and all the women that you invited, it's just very inspiring. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love everyone. Building the women, empowering women. Okay, thanks.
Shut. Вот так быстро прошло.
Да.